Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 258th meeting of Toastmasters of Delhi. Our mission at Toastmasters of Delhi is we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The 258th meeting today is not just any other meeting. Today is the installation ceremony wherein the outgoing EC passes on the baton to the newer EC. This is more than a ritual, rather a ceremony of significant influence. I remember a line from a movie I watched while growing up. The sparrow is taking off while the eagle flies for the last time. Last time, maybe stretching it a bit. However, with this ceremony, we look at raising and bringing the club to greater heights. There are a few housekeeping rules to follow through the meeting. Please avoid talking about religion, sex, or politics. In case of any technical glitches, you may contact the tech master and host for the meeting. Request you all to add Toastmasters or guest in front of your name. This will make it easier to identify you. Speakers are requested to do a quick audio video check before they start speaking. Let's display a high five or namaste or a verbal thank you when handing over the virtual stage. Please keep your audio on mute when you're not speaking. And please do not type in the chat box when a speaker is speaking as it distracts the speaker. I now hand over the stage to the presiding officer. Welcome, Mayank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lavina. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to this 258th meeting of Toastmasters of Delhi. And today is a very special meeting because we would be welcoming the new incoming EC who would lead Toastmasters of Delhi for the next 6 months. So a lot of us might have read the book Who Moved My Cheese. It is a very small story using two mice and two men who are in a maze and are struggling to find cheese. All is going very well because they have found such a huge source of cheese. They start building their life around it, but not realizing that every day that cheese is getting smaller. And one day they arrive to the source of the cheese, and they think, and the cheese is gone. The two mice who are there, they accept the loss of cheese and begin their journey inside the maze to find another sources. But the two little people, they feel that they are the victims. They are stuck there. They eventually go hungry. On the other hand, the mice have moved on and find even bigger sources of cheese. And cheese in this book is not literally the food cheese. It stands for everything we desire: career, success, love, relationship. If we lose something or someone, we believe that it is the end of the world. We cannot function, we cannot do better. So we should always see change as the end of something. Also, we must learn to see that it is also a new beginning as well. Every one of this, everyone knows this, but not everyone is able to implement this in a life to make him accept the reality. One of the mice in the book also writes on the wall of the maze that if you do not change, you can become extinct. So just see how change is really important. So in today's meeting, we'll also be searching for our cheese: public speaking, leadership, venturing through mazes such as pathways, evaluation, different levels of speeches. But before I invite the host of the meeting, I see certain guests in the meeting today. So I would like to know about yourself, your name, and how you came to know about Toastmasters. So we'll start with guest Varun. Hi, Varun.
Hi, Mayank. So, hi everyone. This is Varun here, and I came to know about Toastmasters about a few months ago. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, Varun, you're
Okay.
visible.
So, I came to know about this few months ago, but then I was not too sure about it. Then somebody from Nigeria, she really told me about Toastmasters, on a deeper level. And then I wanted to become a public speaker. I am from Dehri on Son. That's a place near Bodh Gaya in Bihar, and want to become a public speaker and a good communicator. I want to become a master storyteller. So looking forward for a all-round growth into this area. And hence I came to know about this, searching on Instagram. I attended 2 or 3 meetings and came to know about Toastmasters of Delhi here on Instagram. And then I got added into the group. And finally, I'm here to attend the meeting.
Really great to have you here, Varun. And I can see one more guest Meenakshi. Hi, Meenakshi. Okay, I think Meenakshi is not near her screen. Before we move forward to the next segment, I would also like to acknowledge the presence of our immediate past district director DTM Nimish Joseph. So let's have a huge round of applause for our immediate past district director.
Thank you.
Nimish, any words of wisdom for us?
Not at this point. I'll tell as and when my opportunity arises.
Okay. Okay, Nimish will be reserving his words of wisdom in the later segment of the meeting. So now let me start this installation ceremony, the meeting for which everyone has been waiting for, by inviting the host of today's meeting. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Nupur onto the virtual stage.
Thank you so much, Dita Mank, and a very warm welcome to all the Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and my dear friends. Today is actually a very, very special meeting that we have. I would not repeat myself, but you already know the essence, the real reason why we are here, and that is definitely a cause to celebrate. Change is the only constant we have in our lives. Every day is a new day. Everything is a new challenge. And leaders, by definition, are those change makers. When someone is called to lead, it means they are called to advance, move forward, and improve the situation. So today, when the old committee members pass on the baton to the newly elected EC members, and we have our installation officer here, Nimish Joseph, who will conduct the oath-taking ceremony. But before we go on to that, we have a special keynote by none other than DTM Abhijit Roy, and that is on Lead to Serve. Now, I got a long list of the introduction of DTM Abhijit, and I really had to cut short it. So let me start with that really great introductory list of achievements that we have here. Abhijit Roy is a business development manager by profession. He has 12 plus years of experience in oil and gas industry. He's been a Toastmaster for more than 3 years. He's an ardent photographer and a traveler. Now, he is a member of 3 clubs. He has served the roles of VPM, VP Ed, and the President. He has won Triple Crown in 2 consecutive years. He is the division, he won the divisions or the first runner-up of the divisions tabletop contest. The evaluation contest, he was the first runner-up at the area level. He won the humorous speech contest, and the list goes on and on and on. So with a thunderous applause, I would request all of you to welcome our keynote speaker, DTM Abhijit Roy. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nupur, for that warm welcome. And good evening, each one of you from Toastmasters of Delhi and any other club who have joined in for this 258th session this afternoon. Before I start my session on the session that I have to take, which is Lead to Serve, I want each one of you to keep your audio on unmute mode. So this is something going to be very different, which I'm going to do today. It's just not going to be a one-sided affair, but I want to keep it very interactive for all the members to interact and also to understand about how the session is going to go forward. So everyone, each one of you, please unmute yourself and just keep, for the benefit of anything, just do not interfere. Anytime whenever the question comes, do answer freely as and when. Or you have the chat option, you can just type in on the chat box. So as I proceed with the first segment of my keynote, which is Lead to Serve, I first of all want to understand on a very simple question. How many of you do understand the true definition of leadership? You can either unmute yourself and just share your thoughts, or you can just type on the chat box. It's a very simple word, leadership. How many of you do feel that they know the true meaning of leadership? Yes or no? No, yes. Please, I'm just kind of expecting responses from everyone. Yet exploring, that's fantastic. Somebody's exploring what true leadership is all about. More, come on. Let us start this session with a bang. Somewhat, Toastmaster Lavina said, somewhat. Yes, okay, fair enough. What about the others? Everybody knows what leadership is all about. I just have about two responses, a bit, okay? Anybody else? You can also unmute yourself and share your thoughts quickly. Serving selflessly, fantastic. More. All right, okay, fair enough. I think most of you are in sync with the exploring part of true leadership. But let me tell you the very simple definition of what I understand. Make you do things you can't do. Okay, great. Now, I would like to simplify it for everyone of what leadership I understand from my perspective. Leadership is about leading. Leadership is all about influencing the behavior of others. And leadership is about encouraging and motivating people for a certain cause. Do you agree? That's a simple thought. Everybody should be agreeing on that. Perfect. Now, most importantly, if you see that in our curriculum of pathways in Toastmasters, we have something called understanding your leadership style. Each one of you would have. That's one project in level 2, which is common for every one of us. And I believe that apart from those Toastmasters who are very new to this entire setup, entire platform of this communication channel, you will have faced and read through the project of what leadership is all about. What is the type of leadership? So I really do not want to really go into that, but just for the benefit of the guests and any new Toastmasters who have not gone through that project, there are few types of leadership. We have autocratic, we have democratic, we have laissez-faire or the freestyle of it. You have bureaucratic form of leadership. And I'll just go through each one of that. And then later on, jump into the main aspect of the title, Lead to Serve. First, just to explain of what autocratic leadership is all about. Here, if you see, if an individual, I lead the way and I have certain followers right in behind me to see what I do, but I do not take their support. I do not even encourage them. I do not motivate them. All I know is that I am confident enough to execute the things all by myself. I'm tagged as a manager. I'm tagged as a team lead. I'm tagged as a vice president or general manager. That is just the title that I carry. I do not go and refer and take support of my team because I do not trust them. I trust only and only on my credentials and capabilities. So that is bureaucratic, that is autocratic type of leadership style, where a leader, or probably I would say a member or an individual, do not trust anybody else rather than just trusting on oneself. The credit goes to me, the blame comes to me. That is autocratic leadership. The second form of leadership is democratic, where a leader shares all the information along with the team members, goes and works together along with them, gives them a little bit of a free hand to understand of what the true essence of leadership is all about, and then collectively work for a common goal, to achieve a common goal. That is democratic, where you take the team along with your own self to achieve a purpose. Then you have bureaucratic, where as a leader, I do not trust you, neither do I trust on my own self. But what I trust on is the protocols, is the policies, is the rules and regulations of a particular self-defined system. That is bureaucratic form of leadership. That is being dependent on something, not on myself, not on the team leaders, but on a system. That is bureaucratic. Then you have laissez-faire form of leadership, which obviously defines that you give a complete free hand to your members, to your teammates, to your colleagues, to do whatever they want, but at the end of the day, to achieve a common purpose. You do not really go ahead and monitor them. You do not really go then and nag as to what exactly they are doing. But all you want is give them a free hand to do whatever, but to achieve the common goal, common purpose. Then, of course, you have transformational, in which a leader motivates individuals to work together to achieve a goal, to attain more productivity. And then we have the transactional way of leadership, where as a member, if you are doing something, if you are achieving something, I as a leader reward you, give the kind of recognition, the kind of appreciation that you truly deserve. That is transactional way of leadership. In Toastmasters, I, in my understanding, kind of understood that the transactional and the transformational leadership, in addition to the democratic way of leadership, aptly fit into the system. Because if you are given an opportunity to serve as a club officer, as a district officer, or even a club mentor, coach, what you do is you get some credit out of it. At the end, when you serve for the wider community, when you go ahead and give a supporting hand to the members who need your support, your guidance, your mentorship to come forward and grow, to learn, you are also rewarded for it. That kind of leadership, when you show, you're already appreciated for the fact that you have taken a team along with yourself. You have guided them, you have motivated them, you have mentored them. Productivity increases. As a club coach, if you are helping a club come out of the way from being a struggling club to a club which becomes distinguished, is being able to achieve the certain Toastmaster level goals, which is the distinguished club program. In that case, what happens? The members are growing, the club is growing. At the same time, as a club coach, you also go. So the productivity increases, it escalates. And in that case, Toastmasters International gives you that credit of a successful club coach. What happens in the case of a club mentor? In case of a club mentor, a club is new. All the chartered members, all the new members who have joined the new club, they are unaware of the process and systems. And as a club mentor, you help them to run the club, to help them to conduct successful meetings, to help them conduct contests. And in return, what happens? Over a period of 6 months to 1 year, the club becomes self-sustainable. They are no more totally dependent on something. They're not handicapped. They are able to stand strong on their own. The executive committee, along with the club members, grow by themselves. That is a successful club mentor. Club executive certainly is a 6 months or a 1 year term. where as individuals, you have come away to be a club member, to see how your club leaders, how your executive committee led leaders have served the club in the role of true leaders. And then when you take up the step, you serve the leader of the role of an executive committee. And that's how you serve the community, the system, and also help members to grow by themselves. In terms of district officers, you have area directors, you have division directors, you have the quintlet, like the district director, the program. Every individual have certain every individuals have certain responsibilities of their own. But at the end of the day, what exactly are they doing? They are showing true showcase of servant leadership. And this is a term that every one of you would have heard being in Toastmasters, so-called servant leadership. And why do we call it a servant leadership? Servant and leadership, two different words, isn't so? But when you match it, it means to serve the community, to be of help, to be of support to the wider community without expecting any kind of recognition. If I am in a role of a district officer, if I'm in a role of a club executive officer, I would serve my club, I would serve my district, my area, without expecting, oh, if I charter 2 more clubs, if I'm able to help the club membership grow, you know what? The district director has given some kind of recognition on the dashboard. I will be awarded for it. And hence I'm working. Do not ever think that. That is not true signs of servant leadership. If you have to be a leader, if you have to lead the way, if you have to show your club members, other Toastmasters, other individuals of who you are, then just without any purpose, without any self-purpose for our own self, just go ahead and lead. Serve the community. Make the other members feel that you are one of those idols for them. And when you do that, it's just not what you get from inside, the true happiness, that satisfaction that you have done something for the human, for the common members, for the individuals, but also you are able to prepare yourself to take a more senior role. It's often said that the highest reward which is given for an individual's effort is not what you get, but what you become out of it. So if I'm serving a role of a district officer as a leader, I do not get a title, I do not get a tag, but the experience that I gain, the kind of knowledge sharing that I share with the members is what benefits me as well as the other members. That is called as leading by sharing. As we say, serving others prepares you to lead others. That is also goes without saying. When you serve others, but automatically you leave the legacy behind for the members or individuals to lead the path in which you have been walking, on the footsteps that you have been taking. Isn't it right? Members, yes or no, please? Yes, we do. Now, I remember I was going through one of the great sayings by Mahatma Gandhi, that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. That's a great saying said by Mahatma Gandhi. And it holds very true. When you start serving, when you start helping people, when you start motivating and encouraging people to attain a common goal, in return, you also learn, you also grow. And why is that? Is because in case if I am sharing my ideas, my thoughts with individuals, with my fellow members, my fellow colleagues, I also get something in return. In that return is the ideas, is the brainstorming, what the members or the teammates are doing. They share their own ideas. Collectively, it will become a common to achieve, it will become a great responsive answer to a common problem. If there is an issue, if there is a problem, as a leader, the best thing that you can ideally do is not take the entire ownership of that issue to resolve it, not to keep it to yourself, not delay the things, but rather escalate. Share it with your team members. You certainly, if you are a leader, if you are a true member, you do not feel that I am a leader, so I'll have to be at a hierarchy. There's no hierarchy in terms of true leadership. We all are equals. The only thing that sets true leadership is the kind of behavior that you show. Followers keep coming in. When you start making people feel that, yes, there is something for you, there is something for them to learn from your behavior, from the characteristics that you show, from the true behavior that you have. This is very important in each one of us to understand. You can get rewarded, you may not. You can get recognized, you may not. But at the end of the day, just focus on one simple thing, that when I lead, it means I have already served. And that service to the wider community, be it in Toastmasters, be it in your society, be it in your corporate atmosphere, be it in colleges or schools, wherever you are, in whatever profession that you are in, everything gets recognized, everything gets appreciated, not by a verbal appreciation, not by those trophies and mementos that probably you may get, but the outcome or the result that comes out of your idea, your thoughts, and your brainstorming in line with the support of your team members that you already have. So if you have truly not gone ahead and made sure that you are going to serve the wider community or the society at large, then this is the time, because there is no fixed time to it. There's always a second chance that you always get. If you have missed the first one, grab the opportunity and go ahead and lead. Do not hesitate, do not feel shy about, because there is a leader in each one of us. It's just that you need to identify, you need to see deep inside you of where that spark is. You have to highlight that, you have to bring it out. Pretty sure that every one of us in this virtual meeting will get ample opportunities to lead, to serve. And when you have everything in place, when you have proper channelization of the ideas, the thoughts, the behaviors, the characteristics that you have in, you will be termed as a true leader. As we all say, servant leadership is something in which we do not go ahead and understand that we will be appreciated or recognized. Servant leadership is just going and traveling that extra mile to make sure that we are doing better for the humanity. We have somebody in our own meeting today who has set the benchmark for many other leaders, many other people to follow him. I wouldn't be saying the name, but that is what the legacy that he has already set in the last 1 year. And there are followers who are moving into the footsteps of that leader to walk in that path and then further build more leaders in the coming years to come. That is what serve to lead, or lead to serve, whichever is applicable. Even if you turn it vice versa, the meaning remains the same. It doesn't change. All in all, to conclude, I just want to share one aspect of my own leadership journey. The accolades, the titles, everything does matter because they look elegant when you are being called upon with those accolades, those titles that you have achieved. But then always remember, if you are a true leader, putting your both feet on the ground and serving individuals and the community, you have done it all. You have actually shown true leadership qualities. But even if it is imbibed within you, you have shown it. You have served, and you have been not just a better person all by yourself, but you have impacted many other lives to become better versions of them own selves. That is what I would say is lead to serve ideally means for me. I guess a message strongly would have pondered to you to grab this opportunity to understand the true mean essence of true servant leadership. If you have any doubts or any questions for me, please do feel free to raise it. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, I am spellbound and speechless. Thank you so much for the great keynote. I took out a couple of words from there. There was something that you said, an individual, we start as individual and people then start following you. So all we need to do is just walk that extra mile and then people start following you. With that, I remembered a poem, a couple of sher, as we call it in Urdu, by one of the great poets that said, "Main akela hi chala tha, janibe manzil magar. Log saath aate gaye, aur karwan banta gaya." Which means that and how we connected to Toastmasters is when we start, we as an individual, we want to achieve something ourselves. We join Toastmasters, we get into a community. We get into a community, we learn from each other. And then we have people who start leading, showing that path to others on how we achieve. With that thought, let's now welcome Nimish Joseph. If we had a filter that I had to put on our keynote speaker here, that filter has to be huge because the list of applause and achievements is long. Our gem, let me invite here, a gem of a Toastmaster, our immediate past president, our installation officer, DTM Nimish Joseph, who's a great orator and a research scholar from IIT Delhi, who's working in the area of social media analytics and information propagation. He has served as conference secretary in various national and international conferences. He has published research articles and has associated with various Government of India projects, including Digital India Awards and National Digital Literacy Initiatives. If someone wants to know more, I have an entire list that I can share with you. With that, I hand over the stage to you, installation officer. Thank you.
And while Nupur is handing over the stage to DTM Nimish Joseph, I want to acknowledge and also welcome him. We are looking forward for this wonderful ceremony as installation officer by you. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nupur and Toastmaster Amelia. I missed what Amelia was saying towards the end. Probably, I guess it's only for me. Not sure if others also got disconnected, or probably some issues with my network, I guess. But I think that Amelia said one or two good lines about me. That's what I hope so. Anyways, after distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit Roy's amazing session, I don't think there is anything that I should speak or advise or give a lecture to the club, because you heard so many good things about leadership, and I really loved what Abhijit was stressing. That's like when you serve, do not expect something in return. uh, uh, One small thing that I could relate to these things, this particular session or the message that Abhijit shared today is from the Holy Bible, where it says that when your left hand does something, your right hand should not know about it. So same is the case with many of the leadership qualities. When you do something, do not expect something in back. It's an opportunity for you to serve. In the district also, I have been seeing many officers who come and opt to become an area director, so that after 1 year they become an area director. After they become a distinguished Toastmaster. So immediately after the completion of 1 year of service, they become a distinguished Toastmaster in the month of July. So I think this year the numbers will be slightly less, because I used to tell last year I used to tell everyone that please do not become a yet another July DTM. So the idea that I was sharing to everyone is that in the month of July, you will see so many DTMs coming up, because they completed their service in the month of June. And in the month of September, they will not be back in Toastmasters. They will leave altogether, because their purpose was the credit. Once the credit is achieved, they say goodbye to Toastmasters. So it was never about learning. It was only about achieving certain targets, certain credits, and certain numbers. And I am glad that we have so many leaders selflessly serving the district clubs and members. And for them, these targets, these titles doesn't matter. Some of them take years of time. I'm sure like we have leaders in the room who also took years to complete their DTM roles. I took nearly 6 or 7 years to achieve my DTM. Shahid also took a comfortable time, I guess. Shahid, how long did you take to complete your DTM? Maybe 1 or 1.5 years.
4 years. 4 years.
As in 1 year, it was not instantly after your AD role, which I am aware.
No, no. I was AD twice. I took all the roles of the EC and I delivered 40 speeches.
And after that only you filed
Yeah.
DTM, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So great. So that is what I believe that is the true service, because like you should not be doing certain things for the sake of getting some credit. So and I appreciate all such leaders. We have many such leaders. Not just in Toastmasters of Delhi, but across the district, across our community, we have so many such leaders. And to all leaders of Toastmasters of Delhi, thank you. Thank you for serving your club in the most challenging times. We went through, I was the, I do not know, I should call it, I as the unfortunate district director, or probably I would love to believe that I am so fortunate that I got a chance to serve our members in their most challenging times. So I believe that thought we all met many challenges. We all sailed through it. Now we have reached a certain exit point, and I believe that we have new goals to dream about, a new path to kind of find out a way to our destinations, and to kind of identify a new vision for our future. For all club members of Toastmasters of Delhi, I appreciate your sincerity, dedication, and commitment towards all Toastmasters activities. And I would like to thank the Club Executive Committee for inviting me to your installation ceremony. I am not very sure how many officers have joined us here today. If Toastmaster Amelia can help me or confirm me regarding the presence of members, as in
DTM Nimish, we have all the current EC, the present EC for this term here in the call. A couple of members from previous EC are not here.
Right,
unfortunately, they had some family issues.
That's fine. That's fine. Not an issue. All right. So that's great. That it's good to hear that all upcoming executive committee members are there, and that's what I was looking forward. Many clubs, when we go for installation ceremony, unfortunately, you will not see one or two officers because of personal reasons. But it is always good to see that all incoming officers present in the room. So as you are aware that the past team completed their process as of June 30th, 2021, the new EC took their charges offices on July 1st. And today we have the official installation ceremony process. Yes, they have started working from 1st of July. So it is my privilege to install all these officers into their offices today officially. So first of all, let me ask the immediate past district director of District 41, on behalf of Toastmasters International, I would like to thank all the outgoing executive committee members for January June term 2021. President Toastmaster Rohan Bansal, Vice President Education Distinguished Toastmaster Amelia Syed, Vice President Membership Distinguished Toastmaster Shahid Anwar Rafi, Vice President Public Relations Toastmaster Akansha Arora, Secretary Toastmaster Ganapriya, Treasurer Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, and Surgeon at Arms Toastmaster Aisha Praveen. If you all are there, whomsoever is present in the room, I request you to turn on your camera so that we can applaud you for all the services that you have been doing for your club and our community. Please give the outgoing executive committee members a big round of applause. Thank you for all your service for the last 6 months. You have been doing an amazing job raising all bars of Toastmasters of Delhi. And I know that some of the members of the club went through the most difficult situations, yet you sailed through it. And I'm sure that now you are together to explore, dream, and discover better avenues for Toastmasters of Delhi. And I believe all of you are together in this journey and fighting together to achieve common goals of Toastmasters of Delhi. So thank you to all past executive committee members. On behalf of the Toastmasters International Fraternity, I would like to thank all the outgoing officers once again. Now it is my honor to install the officers of Toastmasters of Delhi and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this a strong and to prepare them for their collective challenge is to make this club a strong club that is dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and think on their feet creatively. As an officer, each of you are obligated to attend club executive committee meetings, district-sponsored club officers training, and prepare your successor for your respective offices. I request the incoming officers to kindly raise your right hand or left hand, whichever hand you're comfortable, and to take oath as and when I complete reading out to respond, yes, I will, or yes, I do, as a agreement to the oath that you are committing to or you're taking this evening. I would also request Tech Master, if you are spotlighting, please do spotlight the officers as and when I call out their names. So let me read out the new executive committee, starting with the Surgeon at Arms, Toastmaster Lavina Mittal, Treasurer Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, Secretary Toastmaster Kamal Malik, Vice President Public Relations Toastmaster Elissa Anchalia, Vice President Membership Distinguished Toastmaster Shahid Anwar, Vice President Education Toastmaster Rohan Bansal, and President Distinguished Toastmaster Amelia Syed. So starting with the Surgeon at Arms, Toastmaster Lavina Mittal. Lavina, I hope you're all right. Great, you're there. Toastmaster Lavina Mittal. As the Surgeon at Arms of Toastmasters of Delhi, you're responsible for maintaining club properties, arranging the meeting room, and welcoming the members and guests at each club meeting. It is also your responsibility to schedule the meeting location, the virtual rooms, maintain club equipment, and check after every meeting to ensure adequate supplies are available. Toastmaster Lavina Mittal, on being elected as the Surgeon at Arms of Toastmasters of Delhi, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
I will.
Thank you. I now request the Tech Master to spotlight the incoming Treasurer Toastmaster Mayank Khatri. Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, as the Treasurer of Toastmasters of Delhi, you are responsible for keeping clear and accurate financial records of club businesses and for seeing that the club remains financially stable. You prepare a budget to be approved by the club executive committee and membership team. You announce when it is time for members to pay dues, explain the due structures to all your members, collect dues, and work with secretary to ensure that the club submit its dues on time to Toastmasters International's world headquarters. Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, on being elected as the third treasurer of Toastmasters of Delhi, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I now request the Tech Master to spotlight Secretary Toastmaster Kamal Malik. Toastmaster Kamal Malik. As Secretary, you're responsible for keeping clear and accurate records of club business, including membership records and correspondence with Toastmasters International's world headquarters and others. You work with the treasurer to submit your club's semi-annual report and dues to Toastmasters International on time. You shall prepare the minutes of meeting and shall also circulate the minutes to all your club members as and when it is required. Toastmaster Kamal Malik, on being elected as the Secretary of Toastmasters of Delhi, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will do.
Thank you. I now request Tech Master to spotlight Toastmaster Lisa Anchalia. Toastmaster Lisa Anchalia, on being elected as the Vice President Public Relations of Toastmasters of Delhi, you're charged with developing, implementing, and administering a publicity program that maintains a positive image of Toastmasters for all members, guests, and general public. You enlist your fellow members in publicity activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests. You regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, posters, newsletter, email, articles that you submit your club or district newsletter. You shall also act as the custodian of all social media accounts of Toastmasters Delhi. Toastmaster Lisa Anchalia, on being elected as the Vice President Public Relations of Toastmasters of Delhi, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I now request the Tech Master to spotlight Vice President Membership, Distinguished Toastmaster Shahid Anwarafi. Distinguished Toastmaster Shahid Anwarafi, as Vice President Membership, you are responsible for building and retaining membership and ensuring a strong membership base by satisfying the needs of all members. Your job is vital to the growth and success of all the entire club and its members. Conduct ongoing membership building programs. Make sure all applications for membership are completed accurately and are immediately submitted to world headquarters. Ensure that a thorough orientation session is conducted for all new members. Explain the guests about the benefits of Toastmasters, and to follow up and to keep a regular track of all guests, new members, and the members who are not attending the club meetings. Distinguished Toastmaster Shahid Anwarafi, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I now request the Tech Master to spotlight Vice President Education, Toastmaster Rohan Bansal. Toastmaster Rohan Bansal, the office of Vice President Education is a critical office in a Toastmasters club. As Vice President Education, you're responsible for providing and maintaining a positive environment and the programs through which members can learn and grow. You are to promote participation in the educational program, assign every member a mentor, and promptly submit members' educational achievements to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. You shall prepare the club meeting agenda and to help every member to achieve the purpose of them joining Toastmasters. Another important function of this position is to attend district council meetings and to vote on behalf of the club. You shall also preside over the club meetings when the president is not available and is also required to attend the club executive committee meetings, district sponsored club officer training, and area council meetings. Toastmaster Rohan Bansal, on being elected as the Vice President Education of Toastmasters of Delhi, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I now request the Tech Master to spotlight incoming President, Distinguished Toastmaster Amelia Syed. Distinguished Toastmaster Amelia Syed, having been elected as the President of Toastmasters of Delhi, you are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the virtual gavel as a symbol of your leadership by raising your right hand and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of Toastmasters of Delhi. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, a dynamic club, a club which everyone will be proud. You are to attend the district council meetings to ensure that the club's votes are cast. You shall also participate at the club officers training program, encourage all your officers to participate in the club officers training program, and also at the area council meetings. Distinguished Toastmaster Amelia Syed, will you, as president of Toastmasters of Delhi, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will. And as I say this, our VP Education has the golden gavel in his hand. May
Please.
all the members, with your permission, raise their hand and accept it and make it a symbolic moment that they will be all the EC members and say that, okay, let's accept this. And with them, yes, I do. I will. Thank you.
I now request all the members to respond, yes, I will. Your officer team has just pledged to serve Toastmasters of Delhi to the best of their abilities. In order to be the best Toastmasters club possible and to meet the needs of all its members, your club will need active participation from each member. The growth and development of the Toastmasters club program in Toastmasters of Delhi depends largely upon the actions of this group. On your honor as members of Toastmasters, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, work together with your officers team to make Toastmasters of Delhi one of the finest Toastmasters club it can possibly be? I need a response. Yes, I will. We will.
Yes, I
Yes,
will.
I will.
Please unmute yourself and say lovely everyone.
All the members have to say, I will.
I will.
Okay. Officers can also repeat. I hear only two voices coming up.
I will. I will.
Thank
I
you.
will.
Thank you.
I will. I will.
Okay. By the authority vested in me as your installation officer and immediate past District 41 director, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers installed into their respective club offices. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the new Executive Committee of Toastmasters of Delhi. Congratulations to all new members. Now it's time for us to hear our new club president, Distinguished Toastmaster Amelia Syed. Madam President, your presidential address.
Thank you so much, DTM Nimesh Joseph, for this auspicious ceremony to be conducted by you with an experience and all the wonderful learnings that you bring along. Your presence itself has been a great gesture for us. And yes, we always look forward and look up to our leaders for inspiration, for support, guidance, and everything that we need in this journey. So good afternoon, Toastmasters of Delhi. Unmute yourself and pat yourself or raise, maybe just say, yay, that you are here. And this meeting is happening. This is an installation ceremony. And yes, This is the moment you realize what amazing and yet a responsible time is coming ahead. And yes, we have more responsibility because of the fact that we are in an online medium. Had we been meeting face to face, it brings out a different fun altogether. And yes, I'm sure everybody who has attended physical meetings, Nimish, Shahid sir, everybody would vouch for the amazing experience that we get when we join. But then I'm sure this pandemic will get over soon and we'll be able to meet face to face. We were able to taste that a bit in between when the lockdown was lifted, and as we had couple of meetings, it was an experience that somebody would always love to have in Toastmasters. Coming back to Toastmasters, I'm not going to give a lot of lectures as I'm quoting that word from Nimish that it's not about lectures, it's by doing things, learning by doing things. And that is where we all are responsible. We take that ownership the moment we take a sign up for the membership of Toastmasters International. And yes, let me reiterate the four core values. Guiding light when you're performing your duties. My connection is unstable. You may not hear me in between. Apologies for that. The first core value is integrity. Integrity is where you do things right way, irrespective of anybody looking over you, watching you or not, making sure that you are doing it right or not. So if you have that integrity while performing your role, either as an EC officer or as a Toastmaster as well, it is something that will take your learnings to next level. How and why? Because in this while, you will start using the second core value, which is respect. You will respect your time, you will respect others' time, you will respect the time invested and the amount of effort you are investing in this particular forum, this platform. You will always go ahead and, I would say, go ahead and respect each other for everything that everybody is doing around, because this is all about service leadership, self growth, which is self paced, and yet we are leading our own lights, which becomes a bright light together as a club, Toastmasters of Delhi. The third value is service, which is very important for leaders of the club. Why? Because you are the ones who are leading in different portfolios, different office, and making the club rise and shine in every possible way they can. You are the ones who are supporting your members. You are the ones who are guiding your members to rise up to next level. And yes, by following all the top three core values, excellence is something you achieve. And excellence has no particular mark. It is from where you start to where you want to reach is your own level of excellence. It is your own growth that you would want to monitor in this. What I would want to say, remember three things. You have committed, the commitment towards your journey and your club. It's not always about taking, it's also about giving. So when we do take roles in Toastmasters, it is also about performing and helping others. Be consistent, be there, try as much as possible to be there in your club meetings. Try to be consistent in your speaking journey. Your communication journey is very important. So being a leader is not just one, it's one track. The communication is the second track. And third, collaborate for the best to happen. Collaborate across members, across clubs, and make beautiful things happen for yourself, for your club. Exploit your own potential. Because I am, again, no lectures. It is one of the most beautiful conversation that a man can sincerely try to help another without helping himself. And that is serving. Serving, serve, and you shall be served. So, keeping this in mind, I have one more thing to, and the last thing to say is this time, Team TMOD, and the hashtag goes like this: Team TMOD has one purpose, one goal. So guys, remember, Toastmasters of Delhi is moving on to one purpose, one goal is to achieve Hall of Fame Club. And I discuss with our EC members, and let's work together. Let's tread on the journey where we are coming together to make this possible, because each member is from where the success starts. Each member's contribution, collaboration, commitment, consistency. So all of you are most special in this journey. I alone as a president or the EC members would not be able to do, because together we have to do this. So please unmute yourself and say this all together. Please unmute and say this. It's Team TMOD.
It's Team TMO.
It's Team TMOD.
One purpose, one goal.
One purpose, one goal.
Be Hall of Fame.
To be
Achieve
Hall.
Hall of
To be Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you. And I hand it over back to our host, Toastmaster Nupur, with that.
Team TMOD. Wow, wonderful. It's so good to hear that. So as you see, I am sitting now a bit relaxed. If we would have been in a live environment, we would by now, we would have burst some balloons and celebrated, shouted. But let's do that virtually here. And with this, now we move on to show our sense of gratitude, as well as thank and learn from the outgoing EC members. So we move ahead now and start with the Thanksgiving ceremony. When we begin the meeting, the sergeant sorry.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why are we saying thanks? Explain.
All right. There are miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before the Toastmasters of Delhi sleeps. And some of that mile has already been covered by our outgoing EC members to take us to the next level. And with that, it is what we have already learned that we will take as a starting point to move ahead. And that is the reason why it's a heartfelt thank you to the EC members who have achieved that milestone and paved a way for us. So thank you for that. I hope that was not a quiz contest or a table topic session. All right, so when we start the meeting, our Sergeant at Arms starts it. And the starting point for Toastmasters of Delhi meeting has been a hit with everyone. The energy and the smile, the humor with which our own outgoing Sergeant at Arms used to conduct the meeting was spot on. It was a milestone to achieve. I would, on behalf of everyone here, thank her for all that she has done and everything that she has, the name that she has made, the energy that she has given for all of us here. And let me invite the incoming Sergeant at Arms, our very own Toastmaster, Lavina Mittal. Lavina, she has just joined Toastmasters 3 weeks back. We already see a leader in making. So kudos to that. She is on, as she says, is on a quest to become a better version of self. And that's why she has joined Toastmasters. She loves to read, watch TED Talks, try new recipes, and it has already been agreed the outgoing and the incoming Sergeant at Arms would be preparing something for us in our next face-to-face meetings. So I, on behalf of everyone, would like to invite you, thank you for the new role. And if anyone would like to say anything on that, please do share.
So may I?
Please.
For Toastmaster Aisha, our outgoing Sergeant at Arms, I must say she has been phenomenal. She has taken it so much close to her heart as a responsibility of Sergeant at Arms that she left no stone unturned for performing it to the best, making it a best experience for us, be it in a face-to-face meeting or online meeting. She has that energy. She has that special spark when she starts the meeting. And I remember the Sundar Nagar Nursery outdoor meeting that we had, where we had amazing dishes, delicious dishes to gorge on, all because of her dedication. And there was nothing that she bought from the market. It was all made at home. And that calls for real salute to such a Sergeant at Arms who has done each and everything, not leaving us just like spellbound or maybe speechless what to say. And she is definitely a great example of performing a role along with her communication journey. She completed her path as well. Now she's on a new path. So I want to thank her with all my gratitude and wish her all the best for her future life.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Madam President, for sharing those wonderful words. Let's move on to our next EC position, EC member. Now, as they say, money is not everything, but money is really important. And who better to know about that than our very own Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, who has been the treasurer of our club for both the last session and the incoming one as well. It's very, as we say, what I have personally observed is the single line humors that Toastmaster Mayank has, with a serene, with just a very calm look, and he would say something, and the person will actually have to think twice to the pun that has been intended in those statements. So that is about the what we observe on for his speech. But now I would also like one of the outgoing EC members to say something about his money management part.
I would say Rohan is the best person to say something.
About Mayank, I would say that this quote sounds perfect, that if you don't, if everything is going smoothly, you won't see me anywhere around. So I feel like that applies to Mayank, because everything around the treasurer role worked so smoothly in the past 10 months that I didn't even know what he was doing in the background. So to me, that is the most critical sign of efficiency, and just it applies to him perfectly. That quote really, just whenever I think of Mayank as a treasurer, that quote applies to him. So that's all I can say.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those words. All right, let's actually just take an opportunity. Mayank, would you want to say something about yourself? Do you want to thank the outgoing you and the incoming you?
Yes, I'll definitely thank the outgoing me and welcome the incoming me. I think the outgoing was an awesome person, but the incoming is more awesome. So let's see if there is a match between both of them. It would be a fight between two persons, and I am very sure the incoming would win. So let's say goodbye to the outgoing and don't remember him.
And I want to add something over to this. The outgoing treasurer was Mayank Khatri, Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, but the incoming treasurer is Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, who is an area director. So let's applaud for him. He's our new area director. He will be leading the area with clubs under him. I believe he has 4 clubs. And yes, he will be our district officer for the term. So
Yes, yes.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM.
Congratulations. Congratulations on that. That's a great, great, great thing. Great. So let's move on and welcome our next EC member, the secretary of the club. So first, let me invite Toastmaster Ghanapriya. I do not see her.
I think she's not here. She was here.
Yeah, she was here. But yeah, all right. So the calmest person, the softest voice that I've heard actually in the club is Toastmaster Ghanapriya. And on a very personal note, I could not even believe that her son is old enough to come and be a part of our club. So that was a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I would like to thank her on behalf of everyone for the role she has played for the club. I would also want to welcome our new secretary, Kamal Malik, and thank him for joining this position. Kamal, a few words from you, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am, Nupur. So it's a privilege for me to be a part of EC, and I want to thank everyone, the producers, EC producers, everybody for their hard work and commitments. And yeah, we as a team looking forward to carry the same legacy uh, to the club. So this is
Go Team TMOD.
yeah, this is from my end. Back
Thank
to
you
you,
so
ma'am.
much, Kamal. I'm sure you would do wonders to the role. Great going. With that, now let me, I don't think we have Akansha here as well.
Akanksha was here too, and she had to leave because of her office meeting on Saturday. So,
Okay. So again, we did not get a chance to really give a heartfelt thanks to the outgoing EC, but I would like to thank her on behalf of everyone. And if anyone would like to say a few words, that would be really wonderful. Anyone for Akansha?
So, like, I never got the chance to interact with her directly, but I have seen her work previously, and she has already set a high standard. And I know that I have big shoes to fill as an incoming vice president of public relations. So I'm really excited, and I'm grateful and thanks to her for setting that standard for me.
great.
That's great. And with that, let me welcome you, Toastmaster Lisa, as the new VPPR. Thank you. All right, we do not have Shahid sir as well.
Yes, he was
He
not
was
so well, so he had to leave. He dropped a message for us on the chat.
TTM Shahid was the outgoing VP membership as well as incoming VP membership. And I would want to say that TTM Shahid has not made members. He is the one who has created a family. He's the one, he's the Spock through which, or the Spock, the center that attracts the members from all around. And together we become the Toastmasters, the TMOD family here. So we know that there's a lot that he has been through, and we are so glad that he is there with us today. He joined us, and he is back in the family. We thank him, and we thank the Almighty for everything. So with that, if anyone wants to share any thoughts on our VP membership.
We'll wait for the VP membership to be in action, and that's what we have to say for him.
Yay! Right, we miss his puns, his sarcastic laughter. We really miss that in the meetings. Wonderful. So with that, now it's kind of an exchange story. Main tera tu meri story, which is me and you and me, between Rohan, Toastmaster Rohan, and DTM Amelia. So the outgoing VP Ed, Amelia Saeed, please do the honors to thank the incoming VP Ed, Rohan Bansal.
And vice versa now.
Did I write it?
Yeah.
So Amelia,
now Rohan will say, and then I will say.
Nupur, now you don't get a slot.
No, you don't get a slot.
All right, yes, Rohan. Toastmaster Rohan, would you please say a few words for DTM Amelia?
No, absolutely. I think distinguished Toastmaster Amelia has set a high bar for the last 1 year as the VP Education of the club. She has held down the fort so strongly that it's. I have to think twice before any action, because it really doesn't bode well for me if I overstep her shoes. So it's just thank you so much for doing that for the last 1 year. It's been a great journey. Yeah.
Awesome. Over to you, DTM Amelia.
Okay. So I, as a VP Education, was equally struggling in EC as anybody would do. And I use the word struggling because there are times where tough times, low attendance, members not participating, or everybody falling sick and not able to participate. There were times when everything was falling apart, and our president did stand by me, sit beside me virtually, and help. He did work with all of us together as we say, the CEO of the club, the executive member, the president. That is why it is president. So Rohan as a president has been phenomenal. I see that his skills where he has good way to communicate, I mean, interpersonal skills, and he has the skills to delegate as well. And he has been doing it seamlessly, tirelessly all through the term, along with all of us. So sometimes he was also standing beside VP Education, he was also standing beside VPPR or the secretary or anybody who needed help. And yes, with the kind of schedule that the club has, he had always prepared in advance. He had doing good things. Okay, Rohan has promised as a party, we say good things, okay. All right. No, he didn't promise me a party, and I really mean every word. So he has somebody who has always been there with everyone as a member as well, as an EC officer as well, and never ever try to be that bossy person. No. And his initiatives like Impromptu Hive, definitely worth applauding. And I really want to say that a president should be like this. And yes, a paratha party from Rohan for everyone. But now I have to agree to be able to do all this. So thank you so much, Rohan. You have been great. And this term is where We'll all have to, I mean, this is a hand which has 5 fingers, but we add 2 more virtual ones, and that's how the EC team is. So let's work together, and yes, we'll do the best. Thank you so much for being there.
Wow, what an exchange of words there. Uh, why do I feel that the next face-to-face meeting is going to be at Murthal? Is that what we are planning to? Okay, done for me, done for me. And I would also want to share the same things that you mentioned, Itim Amelia, about the innovation. That is the way I have seen in the past few months, the kind of new things that it was Pastor Rohan came up with, and the innovative thoughts and the people that he's getting from all around for the impromptu hype, the workshops. It's just incredible. I could not even say them where exactly the connections go. So it's a lot of hard work, and we are just so thankful to him for that. That is really awesome. Thank you so much. Just a small question. Since you are no longer the president, can we still ask now? Can we ask you more openly about the Dubai girlfriend or not? Okay, done. Right. So, okay. Right. So yeah, doubt or not, girlfriend is fine in Dubai. That is what we will stick to. And with that, I believe as with this, I would now we can now start the table topic session, and I would like to hand over the virtual stage to our very own Toastmaster Simranji.
Thank you, Nupur.
And I would request our timer to time all the speakers like 1, 1.5, and 2. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, everyone. So I am Simran and I am the table topic master for today. So as we all know, table topic help us to speak impromptu on the spot in a situation where we have to. And we all know the rules. I would start the session with the Toastmaster, and the speaker has to speak for around from 1 minute to 2.5 minutes. And guests can also participate in the session, right? So shall we start the session? We'll start with we'll start with the Toastmaster. So any volunteers?
I guess we are all Toastmasters and we have one guest who should also participate.
Yes, of course.
We have one hand coming up.
Okay, Mayank. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so there's one for Mayank. So what if? So we have a theme here. So it's a what if theme. Okay, so all the topics would be around what if. So yes, Mayank. So what if you were a tree? What would you tell the people who pass by you?
No, what if I was a
Tree.
tree?
So one thing you could tell everybody who passed by you, what would it be?
Okay. So if I would be tree, I would definitely be hosting Betal on my platform, and then again I would have a lovely show where Vikram is running after Betal, catching him. Then Betal tells him a story, and then asks for a conclusion, but also says a disclaimer: if you don't answer correctly, I'll cut your throat, and if you answer correctly, I'll run back to the tree. So I think that would keep on repeating till eternity, and then modern civilization would come. But I think I won't be having any chance if I'm a tree standing in the middle of a highway. So definitely they would cut me down, and then they would try to create paper, or they would try to build ship. If I'm a ship, I would travel across the world. Maybe I'm a part of a Titanic. I might sink down, but after so many years, a submarine will go inside. It would extract me from there, and then a movie would be made on the Titanic. So indirectly a movie would be made on me. And suppose I don't get into a boat, I become a sort of paper. So some great words of wisdom would be written on paper, and all of you would be reading those words of wisdom. So a part of me would always be in your life. So if I am a tree, I would be so much in demand, from Titanic, from being a book, anything I can be. So that is all from me.
Thanks a lot, Mayank. I really appreciate the imagination that you can build around it. Thanks a lot. Okay, so who would be the next? So, any guess here? No guess?
We had
Okay,
one
so,
guest who had to leave, so we are all here for your.
okay. Okay, so any volunteers? Okay, come on. Okay. So here's a topic for you. If you get a chance to marry any celebrity, living or dead, who would she be? If you get a chance to marry a celebrity, living or dead, who would she be?
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master. So if I get a chance, so definitely I will go for Katrina, because since from my childhood, I'm a very big fan of her. She's so pretty, and when we I think according to me, she's very pretty. And at this age, she is currently, I think, 35 or something, and she has still that charm on her face. And her actually, if I talk about her acting skills, so I can say she has a good acting skills as well. And she has given a lot of movies. So I would be go with Katrina if I get a chance. So pray for me. I request all of you to pray for me. So thank you so much, Table Topic Master. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Kamal. So yeah, we will all pray for you that you get to marry her. Best wishes with you. Okay. So any other volunteers?
We have seen Nimit after a long time, so he should be called on for
Nimit, come on.
a topic.
Okay. So there's a topic for you. I'm not asking you, you are doing it. What if you could talk to animals? What would you ask? What if you could talk to animals? What would you ask? Over to you.
This reminds me of a dog that I had a few years back. I used to talk to him every time. I used to ask him many things. Why do you sleep so much? How can you sleep so much? Don't you feel like going out and playing in the open? And many other things like, how are you so lovely? How you can be so unconditional? And same as the like for every other animals, that I have a very strong emotion of love for them, because be it any animal, uh, especially the domesticated animals who share their love with us. And for the other animals, if you have to ask a tiger or a lion, how are you so brave? How can you defeat elephant who is such humongous in size? And what's the secret behind that courage? So these are the things that I will ask. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Okay, thank you, Nimit. I also like dogs a lot, but yes, there's one condition: they should be like 3 feet, minimum 3 feet apart from, like away from me. Yeah, I find them cute, but yeah, not anywhere near to me. Okay, so one more. Tell me. Who would try?
I'll go.
Okay, Nupur. Okay. Okay. So there's one topic for you. What if you could eat only one dish all your life? You have to eat only that dish all your life. What would it be?
What if I could only eat one dish
All your life, like the
all
same
my
dish.
life?
Yes, you cannot eat anything else.
What it would be? Well, haven't we heard the saying, variety is a spice of life? Why stick with one when you can have more than one? Why do we actually want? Why would I even imagine? If you imagine, you'll manifest it. And I definitely don't want to manifest something about eating just one single dish throughout my life. All right, if it would have been something that would have been born and brought up like that, like the olden times when they did not have anything, they would just pluck fruits from the tree and eat. Okay, I could understand. But now, when you change a small variable in cooking and it becomes a entirely different equation, why would we want to stick with something which is there, which is the same? We just talked about change. We just talked about changes in life. Change is a necessity. Change is a necessity for survival. One single thing being just the same will not let us be anywhere. So that's the reason why we would definitely need to have more than one dish. However, if you would have probably asked me what is that one dish who could or one vegetable that I could have used, I would have said potatoes, because as we have heard in our poems in during the Alu Raja hai, which is potato is the king. You can do anything with that. So I am sure we would be able to make multiple variations out of that, and I would be able to survive. So that is the answer to your questions, Emerji. Thank you so much for that.
Great take on the topic, Nupur. I really like that. Okay. I had this topic especially for you because I knew you are a foodie. So it would be difficult for you to choose one. Okay. So any other volunteers? The last topic, if
I
there's
can
any
try.
volunteer. Who? Lisa?
Leave.
Okay, let me choose one for you then. Hmm. Okay. So what if you get to be one of the popular billionaires? Who would he or she be?
If I get a chance to become one of the
Popular
popular
billionaires.
billionaire,
Yeah.
I
Who
will,
would he or she be? Yes. Over
yeah,
to you.
if I get this opportunity, I think I will prefer to become Elon Musk. And the reason why I choose him is because I will be able to go to Mars, and I will also be able to his recent his initiative to advertise my name in the space and do all the cool things which he does. And I will be the owner of the coolest car company and all the cool initiatives that he has taken. So hence Elon Musk. That's who I will be.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, but please name your child. Give a simpler name to your child, please. If you know that what name you have given to his
Well.
child.
I can pronounce his name.
Okay. Okay. So that is it, I guess, for the table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Hello, Nupur. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes. All right, so with that, we close the table topic session. Thank you so much to the table topic master. And let's move on to the next session. I will not say much to say it in respect of time. And let me invite on the virtual stage our guest in guest appearance of the movies, the Toastmaster of Delhi movies, TM Namit. And TM Namit, I believe you have a couple of questions for our EC members.
Yes.
Right. So with that, let's start.
No, don't grill us. Keep it.
Oh no, they are fairly easy questions. It's just icebreaker questions, not for grilling. So first, I will go with our president, TMOD Amila. Yes. First thing I want to ask you, last month you told me that you won't be continuing with the EC role. But again, on the election day, I saw you contesting for president. So what keeps you so attached with the Toastmasters and how you changed your mind?
It's Toastmaster, which is way of life for me now. So it made me change my mind. And what's the problem? Being the president.
I want to know the reason behind your dedication.
The dedication is definitely the kind of learnings I had in Toastmasters. So I would love to continue serving as long as possible. And as I had already played the VP education role, this was one thing. I would have taken any other role too. That is absolutely fine. In future, you can find me a sergeant at arms too. So I will keep on tossing here and there, moving, jumping, hopping. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing, no airs on the president thing, but it's all about Toastmasters, and that's how the life is now.
Great. Another question.
Okay.
What's the secret behind this smile and your ever glowing face?
Okay. The reason behind this smile and ever smiling face and glowing face is what you see on my face is in my heart. And what is in my heart, it reflects on the face. I do not manipulate my thoughts when I have to reflect it. I do not have to control a thought and show it. And what I believe, live in the moment, enjoy the moment, do your best, and that's what makes me smile or happy all the time. Right now I'm happy because I'm in a meeting. Next moment I'll be happy because I'll be having my tea. I may be sad, but then I'll try to make myself happy by calling my friends, bugging them, anything.
Great. May that smile always be that on the face.
Thank you.
Next, Rohan, our Vice President. I had a question for you related to Dubai, but as many people have talked about it, I have to change my question now. So, first question, what is your best travel destination and why, apart from Dubai?
Best travel destination is Budapest for me, because the people there are incredibly friendly. You can walk on a street and random strangers will stop to help you. I remember one time I got lost on a street while going back to my hostel, and a stranger saw that and he stopped. He put my location on a GPS and he accompanied me to my hostel until I reached there safely. So it's one of a very cool place to live in Europe, and it's just very lively and energetic. So that's why it's my favorite.
Great. And second one role in the Toastmaster that you don't like to play.
Tough one.
Or you least like of every role.
Least like, okay. I think I least like to play the table topic master because I can never think of good topics as Simranjeet or anyone else does. So that's my least favorite role because that makes me think too much. Every other role pretty much I can show up and just do, but table topic master is something I have to prepare for.
Oh, next, let's cheer up. Our next table topic master is Rohan.
No, I am the VP education, so I won't give myself that role.
Okay.
So next is our VP Public Relation, Lisa. Name any of your couple of strengths and one weakness.
That's a tough one. So my my strength is that I like to try out new things, and because of which, like within just 6 weeks of joining Toastmasters, I'm nominated for VP PR, and I have like tried a lot of things, and I really look forward to initiating new things here in Toastmasters. My weakness is my underconfidence, but at the same time I feel that here at Toastmasters I will be able to overcome this weakness.
And we wish you could overcome it quickly. And another question, what's your ambition in life and why?
my current ambition is to reach this club, TMOD, Achieved Hall of Fame. So that's that's what I'm up to right now.
So moving on to the next EC member, Kamal. Let's see. Things that you like most about yourself.
Things that I like the most about myself is taking challenges. Like 6 months ago, I was a little bit confused because it's a big platform and to be like as I think it's a big platform to improve yourself. So I think in the starting I was facing some fear, but then I conquer it and I become a member of Toastmasters. So that's the thing. Taking challenges is the best thing I love about myself.
Do you like movies?
Yes, I like movies.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movies? Actually, I have a favorite movie, but which is from the past. Like it is a 90s movies. So there is a movie of Salman Khan. Uh, its name is it's मैंने प्यार किया, I think. मैंने प्यार किया something.
Okay, great. So no movies of Katrina Kaif, like.
Not from the Bollywood, but yeah, Hollywood. If I like series, basically I have there are lots of series I have watched. So I love watch series.
Great.
Yeah.
So our next EC member, Mayank. Firstly, how does it feel to be the area director?
Sorry, what?
How does it feel to be area director?
I'll let you know after 1 year.
No emotions as of yet?
No emotions.
Okay. So tell us about any decision that you regret in your life, and if you're given a chance, you go back in past and change it.
Any decision. Okay. Maybe answering this question is the regret. And if I would like to go back, I'll not reply to this.
That's Mayank's
That
style.
is very, very diplomatic. So
we can have one more. We can have one more if you have.
Okay. So tell us about your hobbies.
Tell us about the
hobbies.
Okay, my hobbies is putting people like Nimit in an awkward situation.
Yes.
Nimit, we can go on and on. It would be a fun meeting.
No, I don't have that many questions actually. I fixed number of questions for this many members. I don't have much.
Thank you.
And also we are running out of time. Amelia ma'am strictly said me, you don't have to take more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
9 minutes. So that's why.
Okay.
I'm letting you go, that's why.
I am honored that you feel this way, that you are letting me go.
Sometimes overconfidence is good.
I admire your overconfidence.
Let's prepare Nimit for next EC term. While Mayank will be there.
Can we organize a debate session? Let's invite the two of them in an impromptu for a debate.
Yes.
What can be co-hosts of the next TMOD? Two co-hosts. Two TMODians of the day.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Mayank, do you remember that ad a couple of years back? I think it was a cream ad where they used to say "woogly woogly whoosh." Has anyone ever come and did that to you?
Oh yes, my ex-girlfriend, current wife, used to do it to me, and still does it. And who doesn't love it when a person who you love does it to you?
And Shahid sir also said the same, that I felt like doing googly googly.
So now Shahid sir is old news. Now my current interest is Rohan because he's naming me in his will.
He is
Rohan,
adopting you, that's for
I
sure.
want that house in which you are sitting.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do we have some questions for Lavina too?
Yes.
We are out of time. Let it be. See my
No, no.
We have
background.
15. We have
We
15
have
more
a minute
minutes.
left.
We can't
Yes.
let it be.
So I didn't get answer of one question that I will now ask to Lavina. Any decision that you regret in your life and want to change?
I regret that my predecessor did not answer this question, and this has now come on to me.
Good. And one more. So tell us about something about your strengths and weaknesses.
This question is already done. Give me a new one.
I don't have much questions. Okay, so what
Let
food
me
do you like
ask
to
on
eat
your
the
behalf,
most?
Nimit. Let me ask on your behalf. Okay, Lavina, how is it feeling that today installation ceremony and now is it change since you joined Toastmasters recently? So how is that feeling?
It was a very heavy ceremony, as in the importance of the event and the EC was kind of brought down. So my first experience, I'm still trying to digest it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Nimit, I have a question for you.
For me, no, I'm a questioner. I can't answer.
Right?
Yes, Rohan, please
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Nimit, why do you make such a guest star appearance in TM Toastmaster of Delhi? I think you've attended only 2 meetings in the last 6 months.
No, not last 6 months, last couple of months. You are exaggerating a bit. I was very regular before. No, because I was a bit occupied. I'm a bit occupied in my studies and all that, so that's why. I would be regular in some time.
Okay. I thought we would get some juicy gossip about your girlfriend and how you're busy with
No,
life.
no, I'm just busy now with studies.
He's preparing for civil services, which can't be like. Oh my God! All the best, Nimit.
Thank you.
Okay.
Preparing for civil services, then we for sure need to give him the debate session.
Correct.
We for sure need to give him more of those.
Correct. So with this, where are we going?
Well, before Rohan actually bangs that gavel on our head, let's move ahead to you, Madam President, for guest feedback and closing notes.
Okay, so thank you so much, Toastmaster Nupur, as the guests have left, and it uh, has been quite a time now. So, in the interest of everybody's happiness and Saturday emotions of enjoying an evening ahead, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone, each and every one of you. You all were present, and thank you so much for being here. This is how we need to continue together, work together. There will be good days, there will be bad days, there will be a lot of things happening, but then, yes, a family that stays together, works together is definitely a good team. And where it's not just about the EC members, it's all of you, everyone. With that note, I would just want to say thank you and welcome to July and December term. Let's do something great and work and also have fun. Also have fun. So it's all goes hand in hand. And time to close the meeting officially. So Rohan will bang the gavel and I will say time to close the meeting number 258. Thank you so much. See you same time, 3:30 p.m. Toastmasters of Delhi at this place on Zoom, and enjoy another great meeting